What's up, my fellow fitness freaks, and welcome to another workout today, again with weights. Mine are 3 kilograms each. You could go higher, you could go slightly lower or way lower. It's totally up to you. You always have to check if you can still do the exercise correctly, and if you can, you could go higher. And if you feel like you're wobbling around a lot, you should go lower, like grab lower weights. So it's always kind of handy to have different sets of weights at hand, so you can dial it up or dial it down a bit. And let's put those weights a bit aside, because we're going to start with a warm-up, with a quick warm-up, right? So we march in place, just real nice marching, also marching with the arms, right? Because we want to get those arms warm too. So a nice march, 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 march. And if you want to, you could even start with a slight jog, but yeah, you don't have to. You can do this workout totally low impact. And as we're not going to use super light weights, we're not going to do so many reps. So push through. Yeah, you'll make it. You'll make it. Okay, now let's keep marching, and we rotate our arms here in front. I show you a bit like this. To the front, rotating, 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 and now the other way around, rotating back. And keep marching. March, 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 march. And now, hips wider than hips width apart, reach up and down, and up and down. Preferably with straight legs, but you can bend your legs too, if that's making it easier for you to reach the floor, because I don't want you to bend your back too much. Rather bend your legs and go down with a straight back. But you could also try to do it with straight legs, and then you'd get kind of a hamstring and leg stretch at the same time. Bop, ba-dee-da. So, what's the weather like where you're at? Here in Spain, it's like the coldest month. It's January. No, it's February. Oh my God, it's already February. Crazy. Today when I'm shooting this is February 2nd already. Down and up and down and up, and just a few more. And next thing, we're going to do some squats. Nice squats to warm up. When we do a squat, there's a few things we have to have in mind. Feet aligned with your knees. So you could do narrow squats as long as your feet are aligned, or wider squats as long as your feet and knees are aligned. And then our bum goes back as if you wanted to sit down on a chair. Bum back. You don't have to go all the way down. You could, but you don't have to. And a straight back. No, not like this. No, straight back. I'm showing you from the side, like this. And the weight is in the heels, so we could technically wiggle our toes while we're doing those squats. And yeah, you should have those things in mind when doing squats. And yeah, everything else comes with time. You go lower, you can do more. And I mean, if you wanted to make this harder, you could actually grab those weights. Let's do that. It's still the warm-up, but we're gonna do that. So we grab the weights, and every time we go down, we curl. We do a slight curl, so we bend our elbows, but everything else stays the same, right? Feet are still aligned with the knees. Back is straight, bum goes back, and the weight is in the heels. And we're not going to do many of those. I just wanted to show you that there's ways to combine exercises. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're holding the last one down there. 1 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Can put those weights down again. Let's do an external hip rotation, so rotating our leg outwards. You can hold on to a wall or a chair or anything else for support if you like. And the other way around. Wow, why am I out of breath? Was that really so hard? Maybe it was. And the other way around, which would be an internal rotation. And let's do the other leg. I mean, we're not going to work a leg, so it's like not super important to stretch them and to do these exercises, but it's a good warm-up. And it's always good to keep in mind that we should always train the whole body. Like not every day, everything, but you know, you should like move everything a little bit, get everything nice and warmed up and moving, and yeah, have a sip of water, Aquarius, or whatever you're drinking. We're still warming up. Next thing, high knees, high, and again, we're not jumping. You could jump, but you don't have to. High knees, just high, and high knees, and high knees. And your arms could be up here or here, and you try to tap those hands with your knees. And now let's twist it a bit. So twist to one side, to the opposite side. Twist and twist and twist. By doing that, we're also engaging our obliques, like a whole core. And it's important to train our core too when we want to work out with weights, because working out with weights, yeah, we tend to like move or wiggle around a lot. We're not used to it. So yeah, it's important to have a stable and trained and strong core for that. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll those shoulders back while walking or marching in place. And the other way around. Shake everything out. And let's get into the exercises. So grab those weights, and we're going to start with like very easy, simple curls. Hammer curls. So we curl up, our palms are facing each other, and we curl and down. And everything is slow and controlled. I'm coming a bit closer to the cam so you can see that better. Curl up and down, up and down. As you can see, my upper arm is not moving. The movement is from the lower arm, from the elbow, up and down. And when you notice that you're like doing this, then your weights are too heavy, right? We're not like lifting with our back. We're just lifting with those arms, or back, or abs. Everything is just engaged. You can have a slight bend in your knees, and your feet should be about hip width apart. And you could do those seated as well. And let's do just a few more. Up and down, up and down. And 3, 2, and 1. Let those weights hang. We're not going to put them down for the moment. We're going to do shoulder shrugs. So we're shrugging our shoulders. Shrug, shrug, without doing it much more, just shrugging. Shrug. We're holding the weights and we're shrugging our shoulders. All right, I'm coming closer so you can see better. Maybe from the back as well. Shrug, shrug, and down. Shrug, and down. Shrug, and down. Not a very difficult exercise really, but like if you do that for a while, you notice definitely that it's hard. Because usually we don't have whole weights when we shrug, and we don't shrug for so long. We don't keep shrugging and shrugging and shrugging, right? And again, or not again, anything, have your arms straight. Let those weights hang. The movement is just from the shoulders now. It's like not a curl, no, it's just the shoulders. And we're almost done. I mean, we're gonna do those later again, but yeah. For the moment, it's just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, bring your arms up, shoulder height, to the front, right, like this. So from the side, it looks like this. And then straight up and down again, so that your elbows are shoulder height again. And your arms are not flared out, they're in. They're in. So from the front, it looks like this. And from the side, it looks like this. And you should definitely be feeling that, because we didn't put the weights down. We were doing the shrugging thing, so we didn't get much rest. Yeah, and by the way, if you have a mirror, it's super handy to have it around so you can watch yourself and check your form and see if you're like wiggling too much or not. And yeah, I would recommend you to get a mirror if you're into like dumbbell workouts. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's put them down for a moment. Shake out those arms, maybe roll your head slightly to one side and to the other. Shake it out. And now we're going to combine those two movements, right? We're going to do the hammer curl and up, down, right? This would be the movement, so you can see that without the weights. You can try it without the weights for a moment so that you get a hang of the movement. And we're not going to do many reps of those, so don't worry. Again, core is stable, you don't move much with the core, or you don't move at all actually, and you can have a slight bend, or it's recommended to have a slight bend in your knees so you're like more stable, and so that your hips and your shoulders are stacked on top of each other. So let's do this, let's start. Grab those weights and curl up, and again down, and we curl, and shoulder press, curl, down, curl up, shoulder press, down, and down, right? Not too hard, right? Although not too easy. If it's too easy, get some heavy weights. If it's too hard, grab lighter weights or do it without weights. You can create your own tension. Up and down. And I'm not going to like tell you what move you do at what time, because maybe you're doing them faster or maybe you're doing them slower than me. That's totally fine. You can go at your pace. If you have heavier weights, you might want to do it slower. If you have lighter weights, you might want to do it faster. I'd recommend you to like do everything at the same pace, so going up at the same pace that you go down. But yeah, that's also kind of up to you. And let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And keep those weights in your hands and shrug your shoulders. Yes, we've done it before, and I told you we'd be doing it again. Shrug, 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 shrug. Just like, I don't know. Shrug, shrug, shrug. Up and shrug, shrug, shrug. And these exercises, the shrugging, you can do that as well, like without the weights and while you're working. You know, it's a good exercise. With the weights, I think you notice pretty fast that it's an exercise, that you feel a slight burn, right? Don't you? In your traps, in the muscle at the back of your neck and your back. Up and up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And put those weights down for a moment. Roll those wrists to one side and to the other. Maybe roll those hips, just so that we keep moving. And the other way around. Slide your palms down the sides of your legs. Your shoulders are down, so your shoulders are far away from your ears, both shoulders. So it's not like this, neither this, no. Shoulders down and slide from side to side. Next exercise is gonna be upright rows. So grab those weights. Your palms are facing you. And then you pull up those weights until chest high. Elbows are higher than the weights. Elbows high and down, but shoulders stay down. Elbows high, shoulders down, and weights chest high, more or less. If it's too hard, you could like just go halfway or do it without the weights. Yeah, you always have to adjust the exercise to your fitness level. And important, like no kipping. Kipping would be like this. Again, like, no, we're not lifting with our back or with momentum. No, we're just lifting with those arms. So if you cannot do that without like kipping, then just lift the teeny tiny little bit down here, or yeah, get rid of the weights. Just do the exercise without the weights. Without the weights is totally fine too. It's pretty good for mobility. Up and up. And up. And up. We're not going to do many more, so don't give up yet. We do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down, and put those weights down. Maybe have some water. Step from side to side. So, it's not gonna be a long break. No long breaks today. If you need a longer break, just hit pause and take your break, but don't take a break that's too long. Grab those weights. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to like get this spot between the shoulder blades to burn. So bring your arms up like this to the sides, so it like kind of a W form, like a W, 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 and push back. It's just a teeny tiny movement. Push back, back, just back. You know, your weights are not up here. They're kind of halfway down and back, back. So what we're doing here is like trying to bring those shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades together. Bam, bam. It's a tiny movement. It's not big, but that's what makes it hard in the end. Because we always keep contracting the same muscles over and over again, and we have them contracted, and we contract them even more and more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And down with the weights, let them hang there. Lean over to one side, shoulders stay down, and lean over to the other. And again, both sides. And one last time. And now we're going to do a bend over rear delt fly. Sounds like it's a mouthful, but it's also not too easy. But yeah, I'll explain. Your feet are about hip width apart. You bend over with a straight back, right? If you're up here, that's totally fine. Knees bend to the front a bit with the back. And you can be here, you can be here, you can be here, you can be anywhere as long as the back is straight. The lower you go, the harder it gets. Weights together. Elbows kind of bend. And then bring those shoulder blades together and up with the weights. Up with the weights. Up with the weights. Shoulder blades together. I always find these pretty challenging. Up and up. Really together with the shoulder blades. Together. And up. And up. And let's do 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Come up, back into the W, and back, back, back. Shoulder blades together, and back, and back. And that should burn by now. You should feel burn in between your shoulder blades. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Shake out those arms, step from side to side. We're not quite done yet, but yeah, there's not much more, so don't worry, you'll make it. So, step from side to side so that your pulse stays up, 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 so that your pulse stays up, up, up. I'm sorry, sometimes I just burst into songs, and it's weird songs I just make up. Okay, now we're going to do a really quick, short exercise, triceps kickbacks, because we didn't do so much for the triceps so far. So same thing with the rear delt fly, feet about hips width apart, we bend our knees, we go forward, the lower we get, the harder it gets, straight back. Pull back those elbows like this, but close to your body, they have to be close, your upper arms are glued to your upper body, and extend those weights. Show you from close up. Like this, bend over, and extend. And you might have to grab some lighter weights for this one, because this is a challenging exercise. I tell you. And back, back, back. We're not going to do many. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up there, and now try to clap your hands behind your back, but obviously you're not going to clap them. But everything is engaged. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Almost done. Last exercise we're gonna do. Shoulder rolls, but with the weights. So we do these big shoulder rolls, or we lead with the elbows, and we keep the weights in our hands. Don't go too high, they can be small. They can be small, right? It's just for mobility. So you would, without the weight, would be like this. You could do it without the weights, shoulders, elbows lead, side like this. You can do it without weights, right? If you feel uncomfy with the weights, do it without. If you want to use the weights, use the weights. Elbows, elbows. And I don't want you to go higher than shoulder high with the elbows, or if just a teeny tiny bit, like it's not this, no, this, no good. Just shoulder height or a bit lower. And now let's switch directions. To the front, to the front, to the front. Same thing here, elbows not higher than shoulder high. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down with the weights. And we're done with the workout. Nice. Let's stretch it out. Bring your hands together behind your back. Intertwine those fingers and straighten those arms. Proud chest, look up. Maybe turn slightly from side to side. Then you can bend over to intensify that stretch. If that feels right, yeah, you should just do what feels right. If it's too intense, stick with the first part. Oh, it feels so good. I always enjoy that. Let your arms hang, maybe grab your elbows. You're in a forward fold. Sway from side to side. Then roll up vertebra by vertebra. Roll your shoulders back. Nice shoulder roll. And to the front. Come into wide stance. Feet wider than hips width apart and lean over to one side as low as you can, as long as you're not twisting. No, your chest is still like parallel to me. Shoulders stay down. Other side. Oh yeah. Bring one arm in front of your chest. Shoulder down. Pull it towards you for a nice shoulder stretch. And you can always hold those stretches as long as you like, right? If you feel like stretching more afterwards, do it. Other side. Bring your fingers together, stretch them overhead, to one side, to the other, lean over, draw a tiny circle, circle to the other side, arms down, put your hand on the side of your head and pull it like diagonally down, and the opposite arm is extended. Turn the thumb up so that you feel a nice stretch here in your neck. Other side. And that was it. I hope you did like the workout. If you did, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, maybe leave a comment, and I hope I'll be seeing you next week for the next one. And thank you for working out with me. Bye.